Wanubi inachukua nafasi hii washukuru nyinyi wote ambao mlikuja kutuangalia hapo msikitini na mnakuja kutuona kwa sababu yale maneno ambayo ilitoka kule ndio mmekuja. Kwanza, kitu ya kwanza, mtu akiwa mbaya utajua mtu mbeleni, utajua mtu ni mbaya. Nafikiri sisi Wanubi tumekaa na makabila wengi sana hapa tangu mwaka sijui ngapi, siwezi kusema. Hakuna hata kitu moja ambao ilifanyika. Labda pengine huyu kansula ambao alikuja hapa ametoa ende, pengine alilete watu waje wachome huko, alafu ndio semekana Wanubi ni wabaya. Kwanza, kitu ya pili, sisi ni Waislamu. Muislamu hawezi kufanyia mtu nini? Hiyo haiwezekani kwa Muislamu. Leo naambiwa ati Wanubi wamechoma nini? Na hii bali hii nini Soko kwanza ni yetu, kwa sababu watu wetu wako kule na tunakaribisha wananchi wako kule. Tangu lini mtu, hebu jaribu chukua mkono yako choma hii macho. Kila mtu tuone, chukua mkono. Nani ataweza kuchoma nini macho yake? Na hii macho ndio naangalia wewe, ndio naona kila kitu. Nani ataweza kuchoma?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Members of the Fourth Estate and the community at large, welcome to Makina Jamia Mosque. On behalf of the Nubian community, this afternoon, we want to send a prayer due to what happened just the other day in Kibra at Toy Market. The community is hurted. Today, as we are speaking, a politician, an MCA by the names of Lawi from Sarangombe, said something that hurted the entire community. And today we are here just to respond to it. As the Nubian community, as we are here, you can see us with our elders, the youths and the women. We want to say that the Nubian community are the descendants of Kibra. We are not here by chance. We were born here and we were the owners of this place. However much some politicians are trying to change the narrative, we want to categorically say it clear that we are a community that loves peace. We are a community that have accommodated all the other tribes before independence. So this afternoon, we will be having a presser that will be done by my colleagues. And later on, if there are questions, it will be answered by the panel here. MC Lawi, I'm just thinking of a name of calling him because he's not honorable. Uttered some things that were not good for the community. The toy market is within Kibra, and it was banned by arsonists in the night of last Saturday. And we were surprised as a community to hear that we are being accused. Our community has been accused for banning the market. We want to say that we are a beneficiary of that market, and at not any given time we can do that. So today we are here to tell the outside world that we are not fighting anybody. However much we are being provoked to do so, we are a community of peace, and today we want everybody to know that the Nubians are the owners of Kibra land. The Nubians own the toy market. No one can come and start demarcating the place to us, referring us to arsonists, giving us names that will not accept. So in that regard, I'll just like to invite Botul to read the presser. Then after on, we'll get questions from there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bashir. My name is Botul Kasim Issa, a vibrant member of the community, and the press I'm about to read to you is a shared sentiment from the whole Nubian community. Today we come to you and speak in one voice. The presser is dated as on 16th June of 2023, which is today. The Nubian Rights Forum, a leading advocate for equality, human rights and social justice, on behalf of the Nubians, strongly condemns the action and statement of Honorable Lawrence Otieno Odhiambo, Alliance Lawi, the MCA for Sarangombe Ward, who has been propagating hate speech and engaging in ethnic profiling. We are deeply concerned about the consequences of such rhetoric, as it not only undermines the principles of inclusivity and respect, but also fosters division and discrimination within our society. On the 14th of June 2023, at around 4:30 p.m. thereabouts, we witnessed Honorable Lawi using his influence to falsely accuse Nubian youths of the fire incident that happened at Toy Market in Kibra constituency. This was during an event at Toy Market that was presided over by the ODM party leader, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and other leaders as well as those affected by the fire in Fano. The same was captured and evidenced on video. He stated that, and I quote, "Wavijana Wanubi ambao wanatumwa hapa kuchoma hii soko, wanatumia hao Masai na hao vijana wetu wengine kutoka hapa Makina. Hii soko iko Woodley, sio Makina. Nani anasema kwamba 288 iko katika Makina? Waende huko Makina kama wanataka hiyo, wawachane na mambo ya Toy." I end the quote. His speech targeted Nubian youth based on their ethnicity, promoting harmful stereotypes and fostering an environment of fear and hostility. This speech is not only slanderous as per Cap 36 Defamation Act of Kenya, but also an incitement which further perpetuates marginalization, threatens social cohesion, and jeopardizes the fundamental values we hold dear. It is saddening to hear such statements, especially taking into consideration that several Nubian youth own stalls within Toy Market, and just as the rest of the vendors, they also experienced a considerable loss. As a Muslim community, we are guided by the virtue of peace, and we see such contemptuous utterances as a threat to this very virtue that guides our dealings, and deem such statements as a threat not only to our community but to our religion as well. Such statements create and breeds hostility within community we live in, especially coming from a leader who is held in high regard. It erodes trust and undermines the social fabric of our nation. As a minority community who have for years faced discrimination, we are left to wonder who will protect us if not the leaders we elected to serve us. It is distressing, especially at this moment in time when we are finally starting to witness some form of recognition and acceptance from our government. It is imperative that leaders uphold the principles of equality, respect, and justice, be guided by our constitution, and refrain from engaging in divisive rhetoric. The statement of the MCA are an abuse of the constitutional right of freedom of expression as alluded in Section 33 of the Supreme Document. The Nubian Rights Forum and the local Nubian leaders call upon Honorable Lawi to publicly apologize to the Nubian community for the reckless public utterances and immediately cease promoting divisive language. It is crucial that leaders take responsibility for the consequences of their rhetoric and work towards healing and reconciliation. It is our belief that the leadership of ODM will take up this matter with the seriousness it deserves and see to it that there is no recurrence. We also call upon the Kibra community, civil society organization, and the media to actively challenge and reject such actions and language that is tantamount to ethnic profiling propagated by those we chose to lead us. We have taken steps we call upon the state agencies to investigate the matter and take up the necessary actions. The Nubian community and its leadership remain committed to advocating for peaceful coexistence with other tribes within Kibra and challenge anyone with opposing views regardless of the community they hail from. In the same breath, NRF, and the community organizations will continue to raise awareness, engage in dialogue, and collaborate with like-minded organizations to combat these divisive practices and foster a society that embraces diversity, inclusivity, and mutual respect. It has been signed by our legal teams. I understand you guys might have questions here and there, so I will allow Shinaz to come up and take on your questions. But just as we wind up, ningependa kusema kwa lugha ya Kiswahili, matamshi ya Honorable Lawi hayakutufurahisha sisi kama jamii. You cannot stand and point out the Nubian as the ones who burnt the Soko. Actually pia sisi tuna vijana wetu ambao wanafanya biashara pale. So in this tough economic times, nani anaweza kuwa mjinga kiasi hiyo uende uchome kibanda yako mwenyewe? Because at the end of the day, the loss is for the community. Ni sisi hatuna pa kununua nyanya saizi. So next time, any leader who takes on a public platform, try and bring the people together other than causing disunity among them. Thank you so much.
And we have a lot of and was it ya kwanza
uko na tetesi kwamba labda jina la Soko linabadilika. Nyinyi kama jamii ya Wanubi ambao jina la Soko linatoka na jamii yenu, unafikiriaje kuhusu?
Thank you for the question. On that, I'll have Malim Hamza respond to that because and some of our elders, because they know more the history of Kibra and the names attached to these areas. But from my end, it feels like our history is being erased. For them to say that the name Toi is going to get, they're going to get rid of it, it feels like someone somewhere wants to get rid of the Nubians and their history as well. And we do not take that lightly. So maybe one of our elders would respond to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that question.
Should he move here? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Karibuni sana wenzetu wa vyombo vya habari na wenzetu wa Nubi. Tunasikitika kwa mkasa uliotokea katika soko letu la Toi, na ni jambo la kushangaza kwamba kuna mtu anaanza kuprofile community ya Wanubi kusema kwamba wao au vijana wao ndio walikuwa ndio wenye hatia katika kuweka moto huo. Inashangaza kwa sababu Toi ni yetu. Kibra is bigger than 288. Kama nyinyi mnafikiri tutakuwa confined kwa 288 kwa sababu tuko na title, then you have another thing coming. The whole of Kibra belongs to the Nubian community. You are magnanimous enough, and some of our brothers had problems during electoral skirmishes in certain areas, and you gracefully allowed them to settle in Kibra. Now, the hand that fed our brothers, so to speak, is being beaten by the same beneficiaries of 288. Are we different now because you have 7% of the original land? We'd like to declare that our land is bigger than that, and we belong in Kibra and all over Kibra. We are very welcoming. The Nubian population may be smaller than all the other tribes put together. That is an indication of the kind of people we are. We are very welcoming. We want to live with other Kenyans. We want to live with foreigners. We want to open Kibra up for commerce and business. Our development plans may still be on paper, but I think it will generate a lot of interest to all who want to come and invest in Kibra. Not only Kenyans, we would also like to invite foreigners to come and invest in Kibra as much as possible. The time for takeoff is now. It hurts us that we should still be profiled as a community that would stoop so low as to go and ban a market from from which our own people benefit, and are the owners of actually the whole that we are talking about. I am grateful to our youth and our legal practitioners, as young as they are. They saw the need and communicated to the press and to other media organizations, and we are here to put the record straight.
Thank you.
I think I'll stop here because
Next question.
No, sorry. The question has not been responded
Sure.
to, so we let Malim Hamza respond to that question, to the particular question that was raised.
Okay. Poleni. Maswali imeulizwa. Unajua wazee wetu kidogo, hata mkiwaona wamezeeka kidogo, lazima kuna wakati tunawapatia nafasi kidogo na mazungumzo naye kidogo, pengine inatoka kidogo. Samahani kwa hiyo. Maswali ilikuwa ni toy, kuhusiana na kubadilishwa kwa jina ya toy, hiyo toy market. Kwanza kabisa tujue kuwa ama wajue kuwa toy ni jina ya Kinubi ambayo inamaanisha mahali, sehemu pawazi ambaye haina kitu chochote. Hiyo neno toy. Na pale soko iko, kuna Wanubi walikuwa naishi kule, walibomolewa wakaletwa huku, na ile kiwanja ikabaki hivyo, ikabaki tu hivyo. Kuna wale ambao walikuwa wakilimalima mashamba pale, baadaye wao wakaingia na manyanya 2-3 pale, ikakuwa toy market. Kwa hivyo sisi kama jamii hatuwezi kukubali jina ambaye ni alama yetu ibadilishwe. Hiyo pia tutatumia njia yoyote ya kisheria, kama vile kwa sasa hivi tunatumia njia ya kisheria katika kukabiliana na huyo mheshimiwa. Tutatumia hiyo njia, hiyo jina yetu, kwa sababu ni alama yetu, haitatoka. Kwa sababu hata mahali yuko ambaye anawakilisha MCA, hiyo mahali inaitwa Sarang'ombe, still ni jina ya Kinubi. Mahali ambaye si baba yangu, si mababa zetu, ni mababu zetu walikuwa wakienda kuchunga mang'ombe huko. Ndio Wanubi wale wazee wakaita pale Sarang'ombe, mahali ya kuchunga ng'ombe. Kwa hivyo tunamwambia kama hajui, hata mahali anawakilisha pia ni ya Wanubi. I think nimejibisha question.
Next question.
Habari jioni. Ile ile jana tunatoka Geto Radio na tuna maswali kadhaa. Swali la kwanza labda ningependa kuuliza, mimi kama Wanubi mmechukua mikakati ipi kuhakikisha kwamba soko lililoteketezwa limeweza kurejelea katika kazi zake za kawaida? Labda mmeweza kuwatembelea. Alafu swali la pili, mmejaribu kumfikia huyo labda nawe mpate kuzungumza naye, mpate kuelewana. Alafu swali la tatu ni kwamba wanaposema kwamba nyumba zinataka kujengwa huko, nyinyi mnakubaliana nalo ama mnataka bado izidi kukua soko?
Thank you for the question. So nitajibu moja and then wenzangu watajaribu kujibu nyingine. Nitapia Abedi ajibu nyingine na someone else atajibu hiyo nyingine. Mikakati ambayo tumechukua, tumeuliza kama we've reached out to Lawi. Well, what we've done, as has been reported by Malim Hamza here, we've taken legal measures because we do not take it lightly. What the statement that was pronounced was made publicly, yeah? And we feel that if anyone feels aggrieved by the Nubian community, the only prudent thing would have been for them to reach out to us as a Nubian community. We have quite a number of organizations amongst us. We have many leaders, as you can see. We have a lot of elders. I think even within the community, the whole Kibra community, the most elders we have come from the Nubian community, as you can witness. What any leader should have done was to approach the Nubian community and say, we had this and this is what happened. But unfortunately, that did not take place. They did not take the step of dialogue. So what we've ended up doing, we've had to take several measures. We've gone to the DCC, we've gone to the DCI, we've gone to the police and reported. And today we went to the National Cohesion Commission and reported the matter. So the matter is being handled. The said honorable has been summoned to come and substantiate his claims, and we'll then take the matter from there. We know that even within the community, there's need for us to build peace. Because as we've said, We are a peaceful community, and we do not want our name marred in any violence or any vices within the community. So after that, we'll then see if dialogue is an option, because we know we have different options available to us. So we've decided to take the first available option, which is the legal option. Then from then on, we'll then see if dialogue is the next option, because we do not, as much as the statement was pronounced publicly, we do not want to create enmity within the community. Kibra is a cosmopolitan community, and we would not want at any given point to have any issues with any community, whether they're Kamba, they're Luo, anybody. We've lived peacefully, and given that we want to do that, to continue living peacefully, if at any given time dialogue then becomes an option, we are open and ready for that discussion. But for this particular moment, we are taking the legal measures as needed. In terms of us visiting those who have been affected, I am not sure where the question is coming from, because even us as Nubians, we have been affected. So the question should be, have the other communities then visited us to ask us how we are feeling? Yes. Because we are also part of the whole community. The moment you then ask, as Nubian community, have we visited them? It also looks as if you're profiling us, because then why us? Why should we be the ones to visit them? Yeah, because if someone accuses you of being a thief, why should I go to that person? They will kill me. I did not steal, but you've accused me of being a thief. Yeah. So that for us is not an option. We feel with those who have lost. A lot of us have lost. I mean, we buy from the market, so we've all lost. Not only one community, we've all lost. Yeah, like our elders have said, we have history there. So for us to even hear that our name is being erased from that is a loss in itself. So that question is out of the question. For me, it's not a question. It feels like profiling in its own. What was the other question? Sorry.
So for
that, that is a question I would not want us to discuss right now, because that is beyond us. That is not something that the Nubian community have the power to discuss. As it is, there's discussion on redevelopment of 288. So anyone who'd want to know more about that, there's a lot of information out on social media. So for us, in terms of construction of toy market, that is beyond us. We cannot discuss that as for now.
Yeah. So maybe kwa kifupi tu swala la kama soko litaendelea. Kwa kifupi swala la kama soko litaendelea, unavyojua hapa tuna local administration. Kwa sasa county council ya Nairobi imechukua usukani na inafuatilia pamoja na DCC. Then ile swali lingine la kama kujengewa, maybe wewe tuelezee ni habari hii umetoa wapi, kwa sababu sisi hatuna habari kuhusu kuwa itajengwa manyumba na sio soko. So hiyo ni swala ambalo sisi hatulijui. As far as you're concerned, hata sasa mkitoka mkikwenda kule mtapata kuwa vibanda vinapata vinaregeshwa. Naam. Asante. Next question. Yes. Yes.
So like we something we address the government and maybe the council. So like you as a people, what would you love to tell the current government of Kenya, and also to console those who have been affected?
We have been affected.
All of them.
No, we are talking of the Nubians. We can't speak for others.
On behalf of the Nubian community, what we'd like to tell the government, number one, we kindly request for recognition.
Yes.
That is something that is top of our list. I know the government has made efforts and strides to see that we are recognized. But one of the things that makes us feel aggrieved and really saddened by this whole situation is that still, despite the efforts that have been made, even by our former MP, to see to it that we are recognized, we still feel there's a huge gap. A lot has not been done. And we are aggrieved because we feel we are still a minority community. And that is one of the reasons why people feel that there's an open door, that they can do whatever they can, because we are not among the 42 tribes. I don't know if there are 42 or 43. Maybe if we were, this would not have happened. Maybe if we were, we would not be speaking here. This would be a different kind of discussion. So we humbly request the government to recognize us beyond what it has done. We know the government has the powers. We know our local leaders, our leaders even within the national government, they have the powers. So we implore upon them to take this matter seriously in terms of recognition. We also implore upon them to reach out to the Nubian leaders in terms of discussion and see how this can be done, how we can help the Nubian community, and how we can spread peace within Kibra, because this is not a one-off thing. This is something, when we look at the history of Kibra, even in 1995, we had some kind of skirmishes in 2002. So we feel it is up to the leaders, upon the leaders, to take this up and see to it that the Nubians and our plight is taken into account.
Same question in Swahili, please. Briefly in Swahili, same question, yeah.
Mimi na au wengine wanaishi kwa mtaa wanafanya kazi wamekuwa affected. Lakini sasa hii swala la kuongelea la kuambia government, kwa sababu ni kodi kauliza mnaambia nini government yenye cover saa hii yenye mnataka ifanyie.
Asante. Yale ambayo tutawaambia ama tuliwaambia wale walipita wote ni kitu moja tu. Wale government ile ilikuwa na ingine ikakuja na hii ikakuja, lugha yetu ni moja tu. Sisi kuwa tutambuliwe, kwa sababu sisi ukituona hapa sio sisi ndio tuko hapa. Ukienda kaburi pale utapata kaburi ya 1901 02. Sasa 1902 mimi nawazaliwa 1970. Bado sijatambulika kwa hii Kenya. Pengine hata ndio tunafanyiwa hizo vituko zote kwa sababu ni kama sisi wa Kenya, na wanazungumza wao huwa wanasemaga sisi si wa Kenya, sisi wa Sudan. Na nikiona wa Kenya wote si wa Kenya. Katika historia mimi napata wengine wametoka South Africa, sio wengine wametoka wapi? Sudan pia. So sisi ni ile tu chenye tuliwaambia wale regime imepita ni recognition. Na mwenzangu amesema hapa former MP ambaye alikuwa ni Imran na saa hii ni mwingine ameingia, yule alisukuma ikafika kwa interior kwa Matiang'i na ikanyamazia hapo mpaka leo. So sisi bado tunalia tu recognition. Asante.
Okay, my name is Soko. Yes. First question. The last time when we had one of the fight, I think when Raila went to visit the toy market, there is one of the MPs, that is the current MP of Kibra. He happens to say that there is a group of people who claims that a toy market is being owned by a certain individual and they have the title deed. Now that is the reason as to why they are claiming the land. I will just have to ask this. Are these people, are you guys aware as the Nubians, are you aware of these people who are claiming the land, that this land belongs to them? Because according to the history that you guys have given out, it means that this is your ancestral land, and it means that you guys have the mandate and also the power to control who to be somewhere. Yeah? So I will just ask a simple question: is that who are these people owning the land and also claim that they have the title deed to fight for that land?
Wacha nijibu swali. Sisi hatujui nani anaona ile land, na kwa sababu ni land yetu, wazee wetu walitolewa huko na hatukujua walitolewa kwa nini, na hatuna ushahidi ya kuwa kuna watu wako na title deed huko. Pia wao wanaweza kutusaidia, wanaweza kutuonyesha wale ambao wako na title, pia tusaidiane kwa katika ushahidi, kwa tuende kwa timu na watu sema hii mahali ni yetu, tutawasaidia.
So the short answer is no. Next question.
Any other question?
Last question. Okay.
So what plans have you put in place for in the future so that something like this doesn't happen again?
What plans we put in future?
Yes. Mikakati ipi ambayo mmeiweka mbeleni kama hii isije kutokea?
Well, there are things that are beyond us, we cannot control. But then, one of the things we are doing as part of the legal processes in terms of cohesion is bringing the different leaders within Kibra together so that we can sit down and discuss, because we do not want a recurrence of this. And we do not want a scenario where this grows into something bigger than it is. So for us, we are looking at dialogue with the leaders, because it could be, yes, they said honorable, say this out of anger. Yeah, maybe there's nothing more to it. It could be just, he's angry. But then even this anger has fueled something within the community. So one of the biggest things, actually one of the main steps that we want to do is just sit down with them, have a sit down and have, like just talk this out, where, and want to know where is this coming from, where is this discussion and anger and the need to change the name coming from, so that we have a meet point. We meet at a certain in the middle, and then agree, okay, so moving forward, this is what we are going to be doing, this is how we are going to live, as a cosmopolitan community, but this is how we are going to live, so that when there's an issue, because probably he said that out because he does not know who to reach out to, he does not know where to vent his anger or where to address his issues. So that once we have this meeting, then they'll know, the other communities will know. If you have an issue with the Nubian community, tunajua tutaenda kwa nani. So that is mainly what we want to do. But also the other thing that we want to do, we want to continue encouraging the other communities to get to know more about the Nubian community, because we also feel they do not know more about us. Whatever they have is what they just hear. Yeah. Because if someone knew what the meaning of the name Toi is, they'd not see the need to change it. Yeah, for them to get to understand who the Nubians are, our history, where we are coming from, what we do, and what, generally more about us. Yeah. So
okay, we have our old man who wants to say something.